So I went to the park and I recorded myself playing Let It Be in the original key. I did a fingerstyle arrangement, and today I'm going to show you how I did it and break it down step by step. So let's just head over to my Instagram page and listen to the video. And why we're going to listen to this video is because I want us to identify two key things when we're doing any fingerstyle arrangement. We first need to get a hold of the meter or the rhythm and the beat, as well as the key. Alright, so I'm just going to cover up the score here so you don't take a look at it, and we're going to watch the video. Okay, let's go. Let's get the meter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we've got a 4/4 feel. Now let's try to sing and let's get a hold of our tonic note. Na 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 na. So that's how we sing. We just sing up and down the scale until we find a note that sounds like the tonic. La do do re mi re do ti la so la ti do. So you can watch this video on my Instagram page, but I'm not going to spend so much time on this video now. Let's get straight into arranging this on fingerstyle. And I've printed out the score here. Now don't freak out if you can't read standard notation. Do not worry, you don't need to do it. As long as you're able to listen to the melody and process it in your musical mind, that will be fine. And I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do it. Now, before we get started, you heard me singing the solfege syllables just now. We're going to take our guides. So I have prepared a lot of guides here for you. Scale position, chord position, solfege, and harmony guides that you can download for free on my website. And the link, I'll put it in the description below. But first off, I'm going to just go straight to our solfege modes. We're in major key. We're in C minor, by the way. Do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We're in the major key, so I've got the solfege syllables here that you can take a look once the camera focuses. Okay, so you can see scale degree number 1, do. Scale degree number 2, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. So we've got a sung syllable for every scale degree in the scale, and that's going to help us to understand the melody a lot better. Alright, so now that we've got our major scale, I'm just gonna close this for a while and let's take a look at the score. Let's take a look at the score. Alright, I've only just got the verse and the chorus. Alright, we're just gonna be doing these two parts first. Now, even if you can't read notation, I want you to follow along with my voice as I sing it out in solfege syllables, and you can see how this piece is mapped out on paper. Alright, so this is our root note. Do. It starts on a so on the 5th scale degree, and it goes so 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 la mi so so do re mi 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 re re do do mi mi fa mi mi re do, and that's the verse. And then for the chorus, mi re do mi so la so so re do la so mi, and mi mi fa mi mi re do. And that's how I want you to think of the melody. Alright, so the more you practice singing your scales in solfege, the instant you hear the song, you'll be able to process it and convert it into solfege. You don't need to read notation. You can do this all in your ear, in your head. Alright, but of course it takes a lot of practice. So now that we've got our solfege lined out, we're going to choose our scale position to play the scale. So we're in C major, and I'm just going to take the open C major scale position. Alright, we're going to keep things simple in the original key in open position today. And that's our C major scale position. And you can go download the guide, and then you can take a look at this scale position for longer and you can study it. But I'm going to just play it here right now. And I'm going to sing the solfege syllables along with it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And that's the scale. Now, when we put our melody into the guitar, this is how it translates immediately. We sing the solfege syllable and we know exactly where to play it with our scale position and the solfege. So it starts with our do is here, do, so, 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 la, mi, so, do, re, mi, re, do, mi, fa, mi, re, do. And then now for the chorus, mi, re, do, mi, so, la, so, re, do, la, so, mi, fa, mi, re, do. And then that's it. Alright, so we've got the melody lined out. So you can see that all we need is just our solfege syllables, and then when we hear the song, we can translate it into solfege. We get our scale position. In this case, we're using just the C major scale position, open scale. And then based on the solfege syllables, we can play it on the guitar immediately. Alright, so I'm just going to write out the chords here. You can figure out the chords yourself, but today for this lesson, I'm just going to write the original chords in the Beatles recording. So it starts on a so, si, so, la, mi, so, to a G, so, do, re, mi, A minor, re, do, F, mi, si, fa, mi, re, G, mi, re, do, F, and here we've got a quick progression, do, la, so, F, E minor, D minor, C. So I'm just going to write this here, F, E minor, D minor, C. Alright, and then we go to the chorus, mi, re, do, A minor is here, A minor, mi, so, la, to a G, so, re, do, F, la, so, mi, to a C here. Alright, sorry, my chords are going up and down. Mi, C again, fa, mi, re, G, mi, re, do, F, do, oops, sorry, not here, mi, re, do, and then we've got the same closing, E minor, D minor, C, mi, re, do. Alright, so these are the original chords that we've got. So you can Google the chords for any song that you want, but if you're able to figure them out, then go ahead. Okay, so now we've got the chords and we can play and sing it together. Let's just do that first so that we can understand the piece better. So now sing along style. So, la, mi, so, do, re, mi, re, do, mi, fa, mi, re, do, mi, so, la, so, re, do, la, so, mi, fa, mi, re, do. And now that we've got that together, all we need to do is to fit in the chords with our melody that we've already figured out how to play. So, of course, it's easier said than done, but let's take it one step at a time. And I've got all these chord positions in this guide that we're going to be using today. So every time I use a different chord position to make this fingerstyle arrangement, I'm going to take one ingredient out of this booklet and then we'll see what ingredients we have in the end. Okay? So right at the start, let's do the first line. So, just the C major chord. So, la, mi, because the scale is just, and just fill it in with the chord. So I've got my open C position, open triad shape, open C major. So this is my first chord position. So, la, mi, so, do, re, on the open G position. So, do, re. So I've got open G. I'm going to take my open G. Mi, re, re, A minor, mi, 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 re, re. So it's just basically adding the melody with the chord. And I'm just going to take the open A minor position over here. Open A minor. Mi, 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 re, re. Now I'm playing an F chord. But there's no such thing as an open F position because for the F position, what we have is actually E major chord moved up 1 fret. So this is the way we think of our chord shapes and positions. We have the E shape moved up 1 fret, and that gives us an F major chord. So I'm just gonna take a movable shape. So where previously I was just doing open chord shapes, now we've got a whole list of movable triad chord shapes here. I'm gonna take the E shape. This is the E shape, and this is actually our F chord. Okay, so far what we've got here, we've got the C, the red color marker refers to the chord shape that I'm using. So this is just open C, open G, very simple, open A minor. And for F, we're using the open E, the movable E shape. And then back to C, mi, mi, fa, mi, mi, re, do. It's just E minor, D minor, C. Really, really straightforward. So this is just C shape, G shape, and this is the E shape again. And here, E minor, D minor, C, I'm just literally playing the chords. So E minor, D minor, C. Alright, so exactly the same shape, E minor, D minor, C. So when we are arranging songs in open position, it's pretty straightforward chord-wise. So I'm just going to take the chords just so that we know what we have. So we have an E minor, open D minor. So these are our 2 other ingredients that we have in our fingerstyle arrangement. Open E minor and open D minor. Okay, now let's go to the chorus. Mi, re, do. Just A minor here. Mi, mi, so. Now this is changing up a bit because we need to go up here to get our la note. Mi, so, la. And this is how I play the G chord. And this is just basically the E shape because it looks like an E moved up 3 frets. And this is our G shape, the G chord using an E shape. So I've got A minor here, A minor shape. Here, G, I'm using the E shape. Mi, so, la, so, re, do. For F, I'm using the E shape again. Re, do, la, so. So back to our open scale position. La, so, mi. Just the C chord, normal C chord. Open C chord. Mi, mi, fa, mi, mi, re. That was just an open C chord. Mi, mi, re. Open G chord again. And we got mi, re, do on an F chord. The melody note is built into the chord. This is the E shape for the F chord. And then just E minor, D minor, C. And voila, that's it. That's our whole arrangement. And now take a look at the ingredients that we have here in our fingerstyle arrangement. We've just got one scale, C major scale, and we've got the solfege syllables. And these are our chord shapes. We've got mostly open chords. We've got open C, open G, open A minor, open E minor and D minor, and then we've got a movable E shape. So to run through the chords, this is open C, we've got open G, we've got open A minor, and then for our last 2 open chords, it's just for this progression, open E minor, open D minor, and then C, and then for our E shape, we are using F, and we're using G, both are using the E shape, the movable E shape. And that's how we piece together this arrangement. Now I'm just going to play it through for you and talk you through it so that you get a better idea. So, in the C shape, so, la, mi, so, open G shape, do, re, mi, open open A minor shape, re re, E shape, do re mi, C shape, G, mi re do, F using the E shape once again, and then E minor, D minor, C, mi re do, A minor, mi so la. For this la, I'm going the E shape on the G so that we can hit the higher note here. So so re do, F chord, we are using E shape, la so mi, C, just C, mi mi fa mi mi re G, mi re do, F using the E shape, E minor D minor C. Alright, so that's the arrangement, and I'll play it through once without talking so you can have a listen. 2, 3, 4. And that's how we do the arrangement. Alright, so do download the guides on my website. It's completely free and it'll help you along in figuring out how to create your own fingerstyle arrangements. And until next time, I'll see you again. Goodbye.